Texas bearded blade. I'm going to talk really quickly about the Gerber Jukebox. So this is Gerber's front flipping razor blade barber shop, whatever it is they're going for there. It's got a sheep's foot kind of blade shape going there. So anyways, about the knife, it's got the best thing going for this knife, first of all, is I think it looks cool. That's honestly the reason I bought it. That actually I was not even shopping for a knife. I was in Academy, and I was walking down the knife aisle, even though, you know, I think Academy is one of the worst places to buy a knife. But anyways, they had this, and I was like, that looks freaking cool, so sure, why not? So I think it looks kind of cool, especially when you think about Gerber's past. I think they're stepping it up. 2019 was a really good year for Gerber, and if you're keeping an eye on SHOT Show stuff, I think they've got some really awesome stuff that has just come out for 2020, or it's about to be released in 2020. So, but anyways, this knife, so it is got acrylic scales on the front, and let me close this, and on the back. There are two different color types. This one is like a tortoise shell, and then you have the black one. It's like a black marble, smoky color. But other than that, they're exact same. It does have a deep carry pocket clip. And the blade, the blade length is 2 3/4 inches, but the actual cutting length, actual sharpened edge, is only 2.5 inches. This has got the, you know, the sheepsfoot blade here. It is a straight edge. It is 7CR17 MOV steel. So not great steel, but I guess you could just say it's easy to sharpen, and it's going to be cheap. So let's talk about the primary thing with this. Is it's classified as a front flipper. If you're familiar with front flipping knives, this is a very, very difficult knife to front flip. In the sense of like being able to, you know, like flip it open. I can do it, I can try really quick, but you have to like situate your hands really carefully, because the flipper is super long, just like on a barbershop knife, a razor. So you have to like, and then even then, yeah, it was just really sloppy. It's very easy to just take the knife and just kind of grab it and just pull it open like that, and that's probably what they want you to do. It's not going to have like a really fast flick for those of you who want like a really fast flicking one, like, ooh, there we go, I got it that time. It can be done, but it is kind of, you know, it's not going to be a fast flicker. Ooh, man, I'm kind of proving myself wrong here. So it's possible. I found it really difficult to do that consistently. The biggest thing in the pocket, I gave this a decent amount of carry time. This guy, okay, I haven't measured it, but it is huge. And while it does have a deep carry clip, this thing is sticking up out, and every time I reached in my pocket, it's not sharp, I will give them that. They rounded the end here, but this thing was just staking my hand wherever I was reaching into my pocket. So that's not a good thing. If you're a steel snob, of course you're like, ugh. But you know, I think Gerber was really trying to go more for design here. Then, you know, they're stepping it up with steel, especially in 2020. But this is not an expensive knife. This is a $30 knife. So you're not gonna get great steel at this price point. But as far as, you know, it's smooth. It locks up well. Other than that, I mean, if you are looking to get a really cheap flipper that's a front flipper, you know, I don't know if I know of a front flipper for $30. You know, Civivi has some, you know, the McKenna, and I think there's some others in the price point that are closer to like $50, $60, $70. But for $30, you know, this is going to be, it might be one of the only offerings for a front flipping knife. I mean, just give it a try. If you guys own this knife and you have opinions about it, let me know what you think as well. It's not a great knife. I think I've pointed out some of the reasons for that. It's got plastic scales. It's got subpar steel. Even though it's easy to sharpen, you know, it's got steel bolsters, which is fine. There's just like screw here. So if you look at this screw right here, I don't know if that's actually part of this little stop right there, or if those screws are going through there. But I mean, here's what bothers me. We have a straight line here, and straight line at the pivot, you know, see, and then there's this guy. Why not? I just don't understand. I understand the stop is right here, but on tons and tons of other knives, that is kind of a, it's embedded on the inside. It doesn't need exterior screws to hold that in place. And so I'm wondering, I haven't taken this knife apart, so I haven't disassembled it, so I can't really know exactly, but I have a feeling that's what that's for. But I don't understand why that can't just have some recessed spaces for that to sit in there without the need of screws. And then you wouldn't even need that, because that's kind of an eyesore to me. But I mean, that being said, I think it's a good knife. I think Gerber has done a good job stepping into the front flipper-esque. I think it's cool. I think the way they market it is like a small barber shop style kind of straight razor in a way, you know, even though they put that sheepsfoot blade tip on the end. I think it's a good, decent carry knife. Aside obviously from the few points that I pointed out, specifically this guy right here. This little, I don't know what you want to use it for, to poke somebody to death. But anyways, all right guys, well, there is the Gerber Jukebox.